They have till tomorrow. Now we'll see what happens. I can tell you they're negotiating, we think, in good faith. We're going to find out. We're getting the help of some incredible countries that want this to be ended because it affects them also. A lot of people are affected by this, but we're giving them till tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, and after that, they're going to have no bridges, they're going to have no power plants. Stone Ages, yeah. Stone Ages.
ಅಮೆರಿಕ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಡೊನಾಲ್ಡ್ ಟ್ರಂಪ್ ಒಬ್ಬ ಲೂಸು. ಆತ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಗಿರಾಕಿ. ಹೀಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಭಾರತದ ಹೆಸರಾಂತ ಪತ್ರಕರ್ತ, ರಿಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಟಿವಿಯ ಎಡಿಟರ್ ಇನ್ ಚೀಫ್ ಅರ್ನಾಬ್ ಗೋಸ್ವಾಮಿ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಮೆರಿಕಾದಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೇಶವನ್ನ ಆಳೋ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಟ್ರಂಪ್ಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಆತ ತನ್ನ ಮಾನಸಿಕ ಸ್ಥಿರತೆಯನ್ನೇ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯುದ್ಧದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ದಿನಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಸೌದಿ ರಾಜನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟದಾಗಿ ಹೇಳೋದು, ಜಪಾನ್ ಪ್ರಧಾನಿ ಜೊತೆ ವಿಚಿತ್ರವಾಗಿ ವರ್ತಿಸೋದು, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಡೊನಾಲ್ಡ್ ಟ್ರಂಪ್ ತಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಥೀಮಿತವನ್ನ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಅರ್ನಾಬ್ ಗೋಸ್ವಾಮಿ.
What I expected, the direction this war would take and the way it would spin out of control and force Trump to a situation where he would be desperate to get out without a single tangible achievement. I repeat, without a single tangible military or diplomatic achievement. When you get out of a situation created by yourself without a single tangible story to sell of success tangibly, not imaginatively, that means you've lost. Ladies and gentlemen, I expect things to slow down, and now for Donald Trump to pull back between the 10th and the 15th of April. If he does not, then politically he is toast. Now, ladies and gentlemen, some time back, Trump said, I want to get out of there. I would have wanted to stay. I would have wanted to take Iran's oil. But the American public want this to end. This is a huge admission by a man who said he speaks for the people. This is an admission by Trump that the people are against his continuing this war. This is the first open admission by Trump that the war he started is an unpopular war that does not have the required support from the people of America. So he's going to cut his losses so he doesn't go out even more disastrously than he's predicted to be in the midterm polls. The bigger problem, the bigger issue tonight is about Trump's state of mind. People are beginning to get extremely concerned about his language, the way he's speaking. Earlier, people used to analyze and psychoanalyze Joe Biden to check whether he is in the right state of mind, whether he knows what he's saying. He used to slur, he used to lose control over words. He was having phonetic problems, he was having semantic problems, he was having psychological problems. He was looking unsure of himself, and we've seen situations like that as far as Donald Trump is concerned. You'll remember the video in Japan where he just went away wandering for a very long time, and he literally had to be brought back. And he didn't realize where he was. Then he saluted someone, I think it was a soldier, and then he moved on. But at that point of time, people began to get concerned about his behavior. His speech, the way he's talking has also not been pretty appropriate. I'm not talking about his language right now, but his formation of words, his inability to pronounce things right, all of these things. And remember, Donald Trump earlier used to be quite smooth with his language, maybe 30 years back, but that's not the same Donald Trump now. So people are asking questions about cognitive decline. However, cognitive decline cannot explain, or any other kind of decline cannot explain the kind of language that he is using. When he said, and he put out a post, he said, Tuesday will be power plant day and bridge day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the F dash dash dash, the F dash 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 straight, crazy bastards, or you are going to live in hell. Wait and see. Praise be to Allah. This was his language. You have to have completely lost it to talk like that. It's not being reckless. Something's wrong. And the people of America are beginning to realize that if the idea was to create cognitive dissonance in the mind of his opponents, there's some method to the madness. And there have been a lot of people who have said, this is just an act. Trump is a very calculated person. He never gets angry. He's a very cool person. All of these are acts. Then, ladies and gentlemen, despite any act, do you want to consider the language he's used, where he refers to the people of Iran and their leadership as crazy bastards. Is that the President of the United States of America talking? Or is it a man who's no longer in control of his mind, his speech, or himself? We have very serious questions to ask about Trump. All this business that there is a method to this madness does not justify using this kind of foul language. This is the language of a roadside creep. I'm not referring to the kind of words which he has used in the past about women. And you know what I'm talking about. The terrible way in which he's talked about women. Nobody forgets it. And then the Epstein files. And then using these words like kiss my ass, he said. I'm telling you, these countries are calling us up, kissing my ass. They are dying to make a deal. The Saudi prince can kiss my ass. Ladies and gentlemen, an 80-year-old man in visible political decline, out of depth in a war he cannot get out of, no victory to show to his own people. A man who suffers from both a sense of verbal sadism and lousy narcissism now uses this kind of language. And I wonder sometimes what is happening to the people in the United States of America. Have they lost their spine? Can they not ask? Can they not question?
ಡೊನಾಲ್ಡ್ ಟ್ರಂಪ್ ಅವರ ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ಹೇಳಿಕೆಗಳು ವೈಟ್ ಹೌಸ್ನ ಕೆಲವು ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ತಲೆನೋವಾಗಿದೆಯಂತೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ದೇಶದ ಮಾನವೇ ಹರಾಜಾಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ನಿಂದ ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಹೇಳಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಅವರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅರ್ನಾಬ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ ನೀವೇ ಕೇಳಿ.
There was a particular meeting, the same one where he met a group of Republicans, and in that meeting he used that language about Macron's wife. That meeting was so unhinged that the White House decided to remove the video and not show anybody the video. So if you go back there, you will not find a video of Trump's speech, because the White House has begun to realize that the kind of things that he is saying these days are terrible, are not lousy, that they show a mind which is not fully in control of itself. He's beginning to say things without realizing the consequence of what he's saying. And these late night tweets that he puts out only reflect that growing sense of worry about how Trump is health-wise. Ladies and gentlemen, the concern is not about Trump. The concern is about whether a man with such obvious problems can be allowed to lead the United States of America, and to the immense, irreversible damage he can do if he continues to planet Earth.